friends, and welcome back to my crafty space. In today's video, I am going to be working on my January spread in my 2018 Project Life album. This Project Life album is done in a 12 by 12 format, so I had enough pictures this month to be able to do a full spread, which makes me pretty happy. I have a bunch of stories to tell, and so I will talk you through that as I'm working on today's spread. But I am using a combination of one of the January Stories by the Month kits that was in a digital form, so that's where this card came from, and this card over here. And then everything else is from the Storytelling Basics collection. I believe it's the Stories by the Year kit from Ali Edwards, so that's where all of my cards are from. I did pull out a slew of embellishments here. I've got one of these fabric hearts. It's a canvas heart, and that was from an older kit. I'm not exactly sure which one. And then I have a whole bunch of these square shaped chipboard pieces that I thought would be pretty cool to add onto some of these photos. I have one of these pleather heart embellishments, which actually I'll have to see if I want to do two of them, because that could be interesting too. I've got some more in my stash. And then I also have some tiny phrase stickers, some cork stickers, and some chipboard asterisks. So I'm not totally sure how I'm going to embellish this whole thing, but that's what I'm going to do while I put you on fast forward. So without further ado, let's go ahead, get you sped up, and I'm going to dive into this project. All right, friends, so to get started on the spread for this week, I am basically just going to be adding some light embellishing to the photos and to some of the cards here, and that is virtually it. So I pulled out that canvas heart and added that onto the asterisk pattern paper patterned card there at the bottom. That card is really, really busy, but I do like the way that it pulls in most of the colors from the rest of this spread. By adding the canvas heart on top, it helped to mute it down a little bit so that it's still bright and colorful, but also it's not like blaring in your face. So that worked out really well. Aside from that, I pulled out those square chipboard pieces and I just laid them around on the 4x6 photos, and then I also have one on a 3x4 photo where they really actually made a ton of sense. So it was kind of nice to have embellishments that went along with the themes of the pictures that I took. In terms of the pictures that I took or the ones that I selected for my January spread here, the first two at the beginning there showing Erin underneath our kitchen sink and then Erin on top, using the kitchen sink. Those were pictures that represented us changing out our faucet on our kitchen sink to something that we liked better, that was a little bit more our style. It's funny because the picture with Erin, it looks huge. It just looks totally out of scale with our kitchen, and that's not necessarily untrue. We just are eventually planning to renovate part of our kitchen, and when we do, then our faucet will make a lot more sense. But we just wanted to go ahead and upgrade it to what we wanted now, instead of waiting until later when everything else was done. I've also got a picture up at the top of a board game called Pandemic. My husband and his friends and siblings did the Pandemic Legacy throughout 2018. So that was me taking a picture at the very beginning. And the chipboard says, it often begins with one small win, which is kind of tongue-in-cheek for a game like Pandemic. I've also got a picture of a planner page. That was when I really was into planning or decorating my planner, happy planner style. So I took a picture of my spread and included it there, which is funny. I don't do that at all anymore, but it's fun to have a picture of that. It's kind of what got me back into scrapbooking before I started scrapbooking again, if that makes sense. I was doing all the planner decorations and just really loved that. All of the remaining pictures in this spread are from Isabella's third birthday party. We took her to Chuck E. Cheese and just had a bunch of friends and family come and meet us there. So we've got the kids playing games and Izzy opening gifts, and then Izzy with her cake, and you can kind of see our family in the background. So I have Attitude of Gratitude as the chipboard piece there, which went really well with, being grateful for for getting gifts for her birthday. Then I just went through my tiny phrase stickers and added a couple of those on here. So I've got like the best days and I can't even really see the rest of them, but I added them around ones that made sense for me. I'm also going to add one on the diagonal stripe square chipboard piece on that upper right-hand corner as well. Just so that the chipboard piece makes more sense, I suppose. And then the last thing I did was to add a bunch of these cork star stickers from the Storytelling Basics collection around the spread. I really liked the way that the stars looked on here, and I tried to pair them with each of those chipboard pieces, and then also adding it onto the title card as well. I love the way that the tiny little star looks at the top of the J for January, so super cute. I believe the last thing I'm going to do here is just remember that I need to grab a tiny phrase sticker for the card in the upper right-hand corner. And then once I figure out which one I'm going to use and stick that down, then we will call this spread done. All right, friends, that finishes my spread for this week. This one came together really quick and easy. The photos on this spread were really kind of busy and dark, so I didn't want to add too much to them where it really like cluttered up the spread. So I just kept the embellishing really light and simple so that the photos could be highlighted and then the journaling cards can just be the journaling cards. That is also why with these little patterned pieces, why I decided to just add like one larger thing into the middle. So there's just a cluster in the middle here, the middle here, and the middle here. I debated adding a few more things, but ultimately decided against that. So I think that was the right move. I hope that you have enjoyed seeing this spread come together and that it inspires you to pull out some of your older Project Life albums or even scrapbook albums of any kind and see if you can get some of the stories told from way back when. If you did enjoy this, I would love to have you guys do a heart on this or leave a comment down below letting me know what projects you are going to be working on this week. I would love to hear that. Until next time, I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your week. I will be back next month working again in this 2018 album. So we're going to be continuing on throughout the year until I get this album done. So I'm very much looking forward to that. All right, well, that does it. I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye, friends.